You. California dreaming about you.
Hey, what is up everyone? My name is Richard and welcome back to the crypto community. Today we will be going over the market cap as a whole and the crypto marketplace. Before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this and make sure to stick with me till the end because we got lots of information to cover today. Okay, so I want to go over the market cap in general. Just take a look at this, and everybody already knows this is not where we were recently. If we hop over here to 3 months, we're basically where we were 3 months ago almost, actually. We were coming up on it pretty close. It's more like December, early December is where we're at right now, basically. As far as market cap, so we all know we hit just over 800, and now we're down to 445, and at the very start of December we had 326. So we've seen some massive downtrend recently, and you can see this by recently, ever since our peak, huge fall. We thought we were gonna rally back up here and maybe hit that new highs, but nope, fell again. And then we've had lots of stuff that's just really taken out this market cap. So what's been going on? And we got some 24-hour of green, which is really good, but what's going on with the 7-day nonsense? I mean, what have we been up to? Well, I want to just remind you all that you need a reason to get into this, because I mean, you look at that 7-day chart and you're gonna be like, wow, this is real exciting. And over probably the past 2 weeks or so, my wallet has actually dropped about 60% from the peak. So it stinks, but like, you gotta, moderation is the key word, I would say. Moderation. You don't want to put your life savings into this stuff. I mean, cryptocurrency in general, this is huge risks that you're putting in here. I mean, maybe you got lucky and got 30% here, in which case I would tell you, wow, good job. But everybody else here, if we look at the 7-day, if you've been holding this for a little while, I mean, you're looking at 30%, 40% losses on most coins. And I just want to make sure that everybody's not freaking out too much, because this is not necessarily unheard of. Now, if we just take a look over here at Bitcoin, we go all time, you can see this huge chart, and if we just kind of narrow it down, you can see some of these spikes that we've had recently. But if we go all chart, and it's kind of hard to read it all and see it all, so I wrote it all down. So we've had quite a few times where Bitcoin was told, or people said that Bitcoin was dead, it was over, huge crashes, and like, this is it is done. But there's quite a few where it has recovered, actually, as we know, because there's ones in here where we went from, like in June 2012, from $7 to $4 because of a big hack that happened. And I mean, that is a huge loss. That is a 36% loss, somewhere around there, for exact numbers, but 36% loss, and that's kind of what we're seeing recently. We go for bigger numbers. April 2013 went from $266 to $54 because Mt. Gox, I don't know if you guys remember that, stopped trading. And there was another one in here as well. In November 2011, there was a hack on that platform, and 94% of Bitcoin's value was lost. It went from $32 to $2. So, I mean, that's more significant than we're seeing here, by far. We're not losing 94% of our portfolios for the vast majority of us, because we've grown from these experiences and we've learned from our mistakes and really improved ourselves. And then 2013, we had a fall from 1,160 to 1,700, and so many more, where we've had huge 50% falls, 80% falls, even that one big 94% drop in price. And we've been able to recover this, and obviously we've hit 20,000 before, and that was the most recent one, is basically 20,000 down to where we are right now. Is a huge fall, but it's not the end of the world, because these things have happened before. Now, why is this happening? And that is a very important question to know and understand. You shouldn't just disregard as to what's going on. You should know, why are these numbers changing the way that they are? Well, we hop on over here. This is the first article I've pulled up, and this is a pretty big one. I saw this similar thing a little while ago, but just talking about how some of these big places like Bank of America, JP Morgan, Citigroup are not going to let you buy cryptocurrency, which is a huge deal because, I mean, if you have a Bank of America, I have a Bank of America card, and it's actually my account that I've used for this stuff, is that I will not be able to use it for a credit card. However, important part, let's see, debit cards are not affected. So if you have the money in your debit card, and then you can keep using it. But this is a big news that these are actually banning the purchases of cryptocurrency. That's going to have effects, obviously. And then if we hop over here, we can look at these 7-day losses that we've had for some of the major ones. Bitcoin 22%, Ethereum 19%, Ripple 30%, Litecoin 27%. So we can see that we've had some pretty significant losses. And this article is actually kind of interesting. It's talking about how the sell-off that we've had recently with this huge price drop has actually moved into stocks, and that's kind of an interesting thing. But yeah, I mean, those are big numbers. Those are year in the stock market, and we had it in 7 days. Things that we need to be very aware of. And why is this all going on? Like I said, we had this article about the credit cards. We've also had other things, like if we hop over to here, this article talks about the $100 billion wiped off the market in 24 hours. And it goes into how last week there was a Japanese exchange that was hacked for $500 million worth of this coin. So these are important things to be aware of because there's a lot going on currently. And we need to understand these things outside of just how the projects are doing, because a lot of people on YouTube, they'll talk about this project's really great, it's going to do this, it's going to do that, and that's about it. That's kind of why I always try and include a social media aspect in my videos, is because there's tons outside of just the project that are going on with the crypto community in general and specific coins as well that'll affect these prices. We've also seen some other things that you've probably heard about that have really impacted these prices that we're seeing over here, like the hack that I mentioned, or some other events that have been going on, some famous people who have been bashing on the crypto community in general. And it's kind of interesting. It's a big flaw in the logic there. It's like going to your professional wood cutter and asking for some help about your leg because they're a professional, but they're a woodcutter. I mean, you got to understand, if you broke your leg, you need to go to a doctor, a professional doctor, someone who specializes in that field, not just a professional in any field. So you got to be careful as to who you're going to. You need to make sure that you're going to people who know what they're talking about. And if they don't know, they need to let you know that they don't know. So you're not just going to blindly follow and become the herd. And that's what happens here when we have these huge drops, is we have herd mentality where people will go, Bitcoin down 22% in 7 days, $9,000. I got it at 17,000. I'm gonna dip on it now and take the loss. And then you have more people like do that, and then this 22% goes to 30%, and it keeps going down. And once we start to hold and maintain ourselves, we'll recover. I mean, we've had rumors of giant stock trading companies getting into this. We had the Robinhood. You guys probably heard of that, the Robinhood trading application where it's free transactions, some pretty cool stuff. But we need to be aware of that because we had some really big ones that were talking about getting into the crypto community and building a crypto trading desk and whatnot, and then let those rumors fly around for a couple months. And now that crypto community is not doing too well, you know, we have this low market cap, they decided, oh, we're just going to say it was all a rumor and back out of that statement. And now everybody's like, well, that's a rumor, that's a rumor, that's a rumor. Here's 5% down, 5% down, 5% down, 5% down for all these different rumors. So we really need to be aware of what's true and what is false. And this will really be a reminder for all of us who had insane gains recently. I mean, when I put in money over here at the start of December, like I said, we were way down over here, pretty low. I actually got in right about 400 and we hit 800. So my account, I got in some really good ones actually. It got closer to triple, and now I'm back to around where I was because, like I said, I lost about 60% of my account. So it's fine with me. I'm going to keep holding. This is money that I can afford to lose. I would say don't put anything you can't afford to lose in here because of this, all this news that's going around and this big hype and the hype that we had that boosted us here. And now all this news saying that cryptocurrency is going to fail entirely and we're dropping down. You got to understand these things where major companies are starting to get into blockchain. And if that happens, we really don't have to worry too much. Yes, the market might get cut in half. Again, that's very possible. We might be down here to 200. But if that happens, then we know cryptocurrencies will stay in general because we will keep having blockchain. Because these giant companies are starting to become active with blockchain, who are starting to enjoy blockchain and all these different nice, really great things for us. I saw an article the other day of FedEx, I believe it was, talking about doing some stuff with blockchain. Some big companies like that doing blockchain stuff. If we just get a couple of those, we will be able to keep blockchain around and this crypto market will stay overall. Yes, we're going to have a lot of these that fall. I mean, if we go over here and look at just top 20, let's say, Tether. Oh, that should not. Stuff about Tether. You've probably seen videos. It's huge right now. I might make a video about it just because it's so interesting. But these top 20, if you just look at these, maybe 3 of them will stay top 20 by next year. That's very possible. The rest of these might just fall off. And that's very possible because a lot of this is speculation. This is not all finished products. Yes, we have a lot of beta versions, some really nice stuff up here. A lot of people are strong on these different coins, but we need to be aware that most of these are not going to succeed. And the ones that do are going to do great and hold the market up. But the ones that fail, we need to be very careful about. So that's about it. Just be very careful as we go forward. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. And I'll see y'all later.